Hey everybody, welcome to Yoga Binds with me, Rachel. Nice to see you. I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of winging it today. I have a general idea, but not much planning went into this week because I was sick and did not spend a lot of time on my mat. I spent a lot of time in bed. So let's get to it. So pull out your mat if you have one. Come into a comfortable seated position on your mat. Let's start in easy pose, Sukasana. Find length in your spine, palms up. Let's just close our eyes and take a few deep breaths here and set our intention for the class. And it may be different for you than for me. Maybe you just want to find peace or strength, stability, balance in your life. Whatever it is, as you think, just inhale and exhale anything that no longer serves you. A few more deep breaths here. And let's move into the class by stretching the spine in 6 different directions. So we'll start by placing the left forearm onto your mat. Now, if you have a block and you need a little raise, you could always put a block here. So left forearm onto the mat, right arm overhead and reaching towards your left side. Taking care to keep your hips on the mat, chest open to the sky, nice deep breaths. Finding length and space in your side body here. And take it to the other side. So right forearm on the mat or on your block, left arm overhead, reaching for the right side, opening the chest to the sky, keeping your hips on the mat. Finding length in that side body. One more time, each side. I hope you're enjoying your Saturday. Here in northern New York, it is a beautiful day, the epitome of a spring day. The birds are singing, the sun is shining, and the weather is not cold. So this is going to be a gentle flow today, and I'm just going to incorporate 4 different yogi binds, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's continue stretching our spine. So next we can do half Lord of the Fishes pose. So taking your right bent leg and lifting it over, bringing the right foot over onto the left side of the left thigh. Okay, pulling that knee tight into your chest, keeping the length in your spine, rolling the shoulders back. And you know what? I just thought of something. We could actually incorporate a 5th bind here in this pose. But first, let me show you how to get into the regular pose. So from here, holding this right knee into your chest, and your left heel is touching your right buttock. Take your left elbow, and you're just going to twist gently, placing that elbow on the right side of your right knee. Right hand comes behind you, palm flat on the ground, fingers pointed behind you, and you're just gently twisting. Now the mudra of the hand is middle finger to thumb, okay, creating a circle. Rest of the fingers are pointed straight. So nice gentle twist, just turning back toward my toward my right fingers. Now from here, if you want to, you can try, like I said, I'm winging it today, so you could incorporate a bind here. If you have this down and you feel comfortable, From here, you can take this arm and wrap it around, and then take this one and reach behind. Now, some people can actually bend this arm and reach behind. I cannot. Actually, I can. So let me show you what it looks like from the back. And I'm just grasping my fingers, trying to keep my spine, not rounded or anything like that. Now let's take it to the other side. So now, right heel is touching left buttock, left knee is bent, left foot comes onto the right side of my right thigh, pulling that knee into my chest, finding length in my spine, rolling my shoulders back. Right elbow on the left side of left knee. Mudra is thumb to middle finger, making a circle. Gentle twist toward my left hand, whereas my left palm is on the mat, the floor behind me, and I'm gently twisting to look toward that. And it feels so good right in my thoracic spine, right in between my shoulder blades. It's really opening up my right shoulder blade. And then if you want to take it one step further, you can, as you push that left knee with your right elbow, just pushing it closer to your body and reaching around, and then taking this arm, my left arm, and reaching around, just trying to grasp my fingers, which I can't quite make. I can't quite touch, but that's okay. We're all on a different path. We're all in a different place in our journey. And everybody's beautiful body is in a different place. Now, let's do some seated cat-cow. So here in Sukasana with my hip bones grounded on the mat, hands on your hips, and just arch and looking up to the sky as you inhale. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, arch your back, look up. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin. Now let's do the same stretch, cat-cow, on our hands and knees. So meet me in tabletop. Okay. Inhale, arch, look up. Really feel that stretch. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin. Do this a few more times with your own breath. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round your back. Beautiful. Come back to sit on your heels. And let's just give our knees a little opening and fall down between, right down to your mat in child's pose, opening the hips. Lift up, walk your hands back, bringing the knees together, come back into tabletop. Okay, let's do our first official, second unofficial bind of the day, of the practice. So from here in tabletop, lifting the left arm out to your side. Now remember, when I start, shoulders are over hands, hips are over knees. And I have the top of my feet flat on the mat. And then I'm just lifting my left arm straight out behind me, straight out to the side, sorry. And once I do that, I'm threading it through, threading the needle through this space here. And as I do that, I'm rolling my torso, keeping my knees and my hips square, rolling my torso and laying down, almost like puppy pose, like a twisted puppy pose. But I'm really laying on my left shoulder right now. And then this arm stretches out. Now this is thread the needle. And from here, we will go into a bind. And all we're going to do here is just keep this arm, my left arm, flat on the ground, and then take your right arm and just bring it behind you. And I want you to try to walk your fingers toward the inside of your right thigh. I'm sorry, your left thigh. And just breathe. Beautiful. And then release. Bring that right arm back to the top of your mat, nice and straight. And then slide it back and lift yourself through that right palm, untwisting and bringing your left hand back in place with tabletop. Let's just do some cat-cows here. And let's take it to the other side. So now you're going to see what it looks like from the back. So from tabletop, I'm just taking my right arm out to the side. And then I'm threading it through this space here. And as I do that, I'm twisting and laying down onto my right shoulder. Stretching my left hand up above me, my left arm above me. Right arm is straight out to my left side. And you'll really feel an opening here, or at least I do. I hope you do too, because it feels amazing. And then for the bind, just taking this left arm and placing it behind my back, finding my right thigh, walking my fingers to the inside, and just grabbing there, holding on to the inside of my right thigh. It just helps with the twisting of the spine. If you feel any pain at all, please come out of it, especially in your shoulder area, because it can be quite intense. And if you have any injuries, you definitely want to be gentle with yourself and listen to your body. So now let's just come out of the bind, bringing that left hand back up to the top of your mat, sliding it back, pushing up through that left palm, untwisting and coming back to the tabletop. And some more cat-cows here. Now tuck your toes and lift up into your down dog. Now this is the first down dog of your practice today, so maybe walk it out. I'm sorry, I know this sounds gross, but I'm a little bit mucusy. And let's come into our first lunge. So bringing the right leg straight up into one-legged dog. Feel a nice stretch here along the back of the left leg. And then stepping forward in between your hands, getting your balance here into a nice low lunge. My palms are on the mat. And then gently I'm lifting my torso up into my first high lunge. Arms are straight up. And let me see if I can fix the camera a little bit for you friends. Okay. I hope that's better. And let's just hold our high lunge here, nice and strong. Try to make a 90-degree angle with your right knee. Back leg is straight. Nice strong legs here, arms up, spine straight. And then turn to your left side as you rotate that back foot, your left foot, toward your left side. So left toes pointing toward the left side, right toes pointing toward the top of your mat. One arm, right arm straight out toward the top of your mat. One arm, left arm toward the back of your mat. Warrior 2. And just hold this here nice and strong. And then fold your right arm and place it on your right knee. Lifting overhead with your left. And from here, we'll come into our next bind. This will be our third unofficial bind, second official. And I say official because I advertised 4 binds in this practice today. So from here, using your nice strong legs, taking this right arm now, taking the weight off of it, reaching down. So my side body is now on the top of my right leg. Okay. Left arm is straight up, and I'm just taking this right hand and I'm just trying to wrap it around my leg and find my back. And then I take this left arm, this left hand, and I try to find my right. And they just hold each other here. And just hold as long as you can. Breathing, remembering your strong legs, challenging yourself. But don't go too far. Don't hurt yourself. And then when you're ready, just come out any way that's best for you. When you get back up to Warrior 2, cartwheel your arms back into Warrior 1, or your lunge. Step your left leg forward and up, straight into mountain. Maybe walk it out a little bit. I'm using my laptop today as where normally I use my phone, so I apologize. Okay, so we're at the top of the mat, and from here, let's just take a nice chair pose. Okay. Bring the hands down to the mat, bottom up, forward fold, halfway lengthen, hands down on the mat, step or hop back into plank, chaturanga. Try to hold it here, hovering above the mat if you can, and then coming down, tops of the feet flat on the mat, lifting up into upward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, down dog. Walk it out. Left leg up. Nice stretch in the back of the right leg. Stepping forward between your hands. And finding a nice strong lunge here. Arms up. Pivot to the right, warrior two. Right toes pointing toward your right side. Bending that left arm, placing the forearm on your left knee, raising your right arm overhead, finding length in the side body. And then from here, taking the weight off of this left arm, bringing my torso down against my left thigh and finding my back by bringing this left hand around my thigh and up toward my back. Right hand is going behind and finding my left hand. And we're just holding, breathing. A few more breaths. And then unwrap and come up. Warrior two. Pivot back to the front. Warrior one. Step forward. Chair. Mountain. And then swan dive down. Forward fold. Halfway lengthen. Palms flat, step or hop back into plank. Come down into chaturanga or forward limb staff. Try to hover here if you can. Then down to the mat, feet flat on the mat. Raise up into upward dog. Few breaths here, and then raise up into downward dog, walking it out. Step or hop forward toward the top of your mat. And then come on up into chair. And from here, I'm going to show you eagle pose, which I consider a bind. So from chair, taking your right leg and crossing it over your left. And if you can, now you may need a wall for balance, but if you can, trying to wrap that foot right around the back of the left leg. Okay? And sitting down into it. Now you can keep your arms straight, or you can add the arms as well. So I'm going to add the arms, and I'm just going to place my right bent arm on the inside of my left. I'm going to twist my arms around, and my palms are flat together. And I'm just going to hold for a few breaths here. Really opening up the shoulder blades here for me. Using my strong left leg here, working on stability and balance. And then just untwist when you're ready. And then come up into standing, maybe walk it out a little bit. Take a few breaths. And come back into chair. Left leg over right. Trying to bring that left foot right behind the right thigh. The left foot behind the right calf. Arms up, or bringing the left arm on the inside of the right and then twisting them around and trying to get your, my right finger is flat onto the left palm. And I'm wobbly here, but I'm holding it. I'm working on my balance, my stability, my strength. I'm breathing deep. Been sick, so I'm like really out of breath. But I showed up here to my mat, as did you, and I'm so proud of you. Untwist. And coming back up, walking it out. And I just have one more bind to show you, friends. So I'll show you what the front looks like first. Coming down onto the mat. After I show you the front, Next is cow face pose. And we start in shoelace. So bringing the left foot toward the, right against actually the right buttock, and pointing that left knee forward. And then taking the right bent leg and stacking it on top of the left. You want to stack your knees as much as possible. It may look like this if you're a beginner. That's fine. You can place a block here, or a pillow, or a blanket. I got my feet out to the side. My spine is straight. My shoulders are rolled back. Chest is open to the sky. And this is shoelace. So from here, I am now going to turn so you can see my back, and you can see how I do my arms in cow face. So remember, right knee stacked on the left knee. And rule of thumb is the leg on the bottom is my left. So my left arm will be on top, raising up overhead, bending and coming to find my thoracic spine. Right arm comes behind and reaches up. Now you can find your hands together and hook your pointer fingers. If you can't quite reach that yet, you can always just reach as far as you can. Another great option is to have a strap or a belt, or maybe one of those, a scarf, and you just grab it, okay? And if I grab it here, it'll be just a great way to hold my arms in place, but not have to go as far as this. So breathing here. And release. So now I'm just going to switch my legs. So right knee is now on the bottom, left knee is now on top, which means that my right arm comes up overhead, finds my thoracic spine, the left hand comes behind, finds my right hand, and I just hook my fingers. Very good. And you know what? I'm actually going to grab my sweater, and I'm going to pretend that it's a strap so then you can see, because I didn't bring a strap today. I told you I'm not very prepared today. But let's just pretend that this is a strap, or this is what I have, okay? This will work perfectly fine. Just going to twist it a little bit. And I'm going to show you how you can do this with a strap. So sitting here, I have my right knee on top of my left knee, and they're stacked. Both of my feet are out to the side. So because my left leg is on the bottom, my left arm will be on top. Okay? And I'm just going to take my strap or whatever it is you have, and I'm going to grab it with both hands and just kind of, well, I guess an easier way would be just to start by bringing your left hand over top and letting it hang, and then grabbing it where you can with your right, okay? And you can see my arms are basically in the same position. They're just not as close to, my hands just aren't as close together. And I'm just using this strap as something to hold on to keep my arms in place. And release. Come back to Sukasana. So today we did the half Lord of the Fishes pose bind. We did the thread the needle bind. We did the lunge bind. We did the eagle bind and the cow face bind. So that's 5 different binds we worked on today. I thank you so much for coming today, showing up on your mat and spending your time with me. You can rewatch this video as many times as you like. Please let me know. I believe there's comments enabled. I'm very new to YouTube Live, so if you have any comments, please post them below. I would love to know what I can do better, what you would like to see. Next Saturday, I plan on working on spinal twists. But let's just give ourselves a little closing here. So with our nice straight spine and shoulders rolled back and sit bones on the mat, close your eyes, palms up to the sky. And let's just sit here for a moment and notice how your body feels as opposed to when you started today. What is different and what still remains? And just take a few deep breaths in that reflection, thanking yourself for your practice today. And I also want to thank you again for sharing your practice with me today. I am so grateful for you. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Namaste. Thank you again, friends. I hope you have a beautiful Saturday. And I will see you next week on the mat at 10:30 Eastern Time for 30 minutes of spinal twists.